Hey, what's up guys? Jack here from Zukon Gaming, and today I'm going to be talking about 10 different ways that you can get prepared for Legion. This list is going to contain things that are going to help you keep occupied for Legion, and things that are also going to help you get ready for Legion. The changes are going to come on the 19th of July, that's going to be the pre-patch, and also there's going to be more changes when the actual Legion comes out. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with the list. First on the list is going to be cleaning up your bank tabs and your bags. This is really important when you go into the next expansion, since you don't want your bags completely full when you're doing quests and when you're doing dungeons. You have to vendor stuff and try and keep your bags with open spaces everywhere, so it's just easy to get it over and done with now where there's not much going on. I'm actually guilty of this, so one thing that's going to be doing all my characters. I have quite a few characters where my bags are just completely cluttered with rubbish, so I suggest you guys clean out your characters, ready for the next expansion. I think a thing that will help you when the pre-patch comes out is when you actually loot a piece of transmog, you can delete it and you'll still have that transmog available in the wardrobe. Don't quote me, but I think that's how it works. Not 100% sure, but that will help you a lot and save a lot of space. You don't have to hoard all your transmog. So yeah, clean up your characters guys, ready for next expansion, that'll help a lot. Next on the list is going to be leveling as many alts as you can to level 100. You can just level your favourite alts if you want to, but there's going to be loads of changes to each class, so if you want to see them for yourself, then I suggest leveling your classes and get them ready to see the changes in the pre-patch. Also, the artifact weapons are coming out in Legion, and they're really cool for every single class, so if you want to see all your favourite alts with the artifact weapons, I suggest leveling as many alts as you can to level 100 before Legion comes out. There's going to be many cool artifact weapons like the Ashbringer and Doomhammer. I'm personally going to level up my Paladin first. He's all ready to get the Ashbringer, so I'm going to make a video on that once Legion comes out. I'm really looking forward to the artifact weapons. So I have quite a few of my favourite alts ready to get the other artifact weapons as well, and ready to see the changes that are going to hit in Legion. So yeah guys, I really suggest leveling as many alts as you can. Number 3 in this list is going to be research into your class abilities and changes. So loads of talents on every class is going to be changing, all the abilities and all the rotations are going to be completely different. So I think it's a pretty good idea to have a look at some guides on websites such as Wowhead, and just type into guides into Google. And a lot of YouTubers have done beta guides and beta look-throughs and stuff like that. So I think it's a really good idea to have a look at your class before going straight into Legion, having no idea what you're doing. But that's up to you. If you want to go into Legion and figure it out for yourself, that's entirely up to you. But I think it's a pretty good idea to have a look at some guides and some beta clips that some YouTubers have been making, so you can test it out when the pre-patch comes out, so you have a decent idea, so you can go straight into Legion and have a maximum potential. The next thing you really want to do is get the last minute things that are not going to be available or going to be really hard to get in patch 7.0, which is the pre-patch which comes out on the 19th. So if you haven't got it already, you really need to get this mount right here, which is the Grove Warden, which you can get from killing Heroic Archimond. You really need to get this mount, it is really cool, and it's only going to be obtainable until the pre-patch. And another thing you want to look forward to as well is actually to get the challenge mode done. You only need to do it on one character. You can buy all these on one character, okay? And when the wardrobe system comes out, it'll be bound on all your characters then. So all you need to do is get it on one character. Doesn't matter, you can get like a bow on your shaman, and then you can get that bow on your hunter, or you can get the staff on your mage and the staff. You know, some of the mounts are going to be really hard to obtain, and some of them impossible after the pre-patch comes out. I mean, Pexies afterward, so you need to get that now. And this Felsteel Annihilator, which you can get from Mythic Hellfire Citadel, is going to be really low drop chance after the pre-patch, so you need to get it now. There's also going to be some PvP titles that you will be able to get when the pre-patch comes out, because the season's going to end, and you'll be able to get any more PvP titles until the PvP season in Legion comes out. So I really suggest going for those. Next on the list is going to be sorting out your transmog and collecting as many as you can. Transmog is a really important part of World of Warcraft for me. I really enjoy collecting all the transmogs, doing all the old raids, making your characters look as awesome as possible. So while you're waiting for Legion, it's a really good thing just to go ahead and do all the old raids. Make sure your character looks really awesome, and try and suit your character towards what your artifact weapon's going to look like. So it's a thing to keep you occupied if you haven't done it already, so I suggest making your character look really cool. Next step will be quite an obvious one, but it is gold farming. It's quite important new expansion, so I suggest you do a little bit of gold farming before Legion comes out. And yes, I mean gold farming and not buying WoW tokens. Nah, I'm only joking, you can do whatever you want, but it's a pretty good idea to have a decent amount of gold stashed up. I know a lot of you guys are pretty good with the garrisons and have a lot of gold flowing through that, so I suggest carrying on with that before Legion comes out, because that is going to get nerfed a little bit, or quite a lot actually in Legion, so I suggest keep your garrisons booming to get the maximum amount of gold as you can before Legion comes out. And another quick tip is to do the Cataclysm raids once every week on each character. For one character every week you can get 2.5k gold. So it's, you know, it's a thing that you can do in the background while getting transmog and stuff like that. It's a really good idea. If you have 10 characters, that's 25k a week. That's really good. So yes, things like mats and gear and things like that, really important things in the next expansion, cost a lot of gold, so it's a good idea to get a decent amount of gold stashed up. You can look at loads of gold guides on YouTube. I actually have one that might be outdated by now on my channel, but there's loads of YouTubers that do loads of relevant gold guides, so yeah, you can have a quick look at those. Right, number 7 on this list is the thing I call switching your style. And what I mean by that is, if you only do PvP, then you might as well try out a little bit of PvE, vice versa. And you know, if you do PvP and PvE, you might want to give role-playing a little try as well. So I know a lot of people are one-sided to what they do in this game, and what I suggest is, while we're waiting for Legion, is, you know, to give both sides of the game a try. I know a lot of people, you know, they miss quite a lot of the other half of the game by, you know, being quite biased. So I suggest, you know, while you're completing all your raids, you might as well do a little bit of PvP. I know a lot of you PvPers are bored right now, so, you know, give PvE a little try before Legion comes out. You know, you never know, you might end up enjoying one side of the game. And you know, when Legion comes out, PvP and PvE might be a little different, so you might end up enjoying it. So you might as well do that now and get ready for next expansion, so you can try and go in next expansion and try and enjoy all aspects of the game. And you know, PvP, it doesn't just mean going to arena or queuing up for a battleground. You can do a lot of world PvP as well, which a lot of people are doing right now since they don't have much to do while they wait for Legion. So you have a group, you know, group up with your friends, have quite a lot of fun. Yeah, so I think it's really important to enjoy all aspects of the game, even role playing. I haven't tried role playing myself yet, so I might give it a go at one point. You never know. So I think it's really important to enjoy every part of the game. I really think that's a good idea while you wait for Legion, guys. Next step is actually gonna, you know, find a guild and make some friends. So if you're a PvPer, you know, find a PvP guild, and you're in a PvEer, you know, find a PvE guild. You know, for example, I think this is a really good idea to get this sorted now, instead of, you know, looking for a guild when the raids come out and your raid spots are already full and stuff like that. It's up to you. You're gonna find a hardcore raiding guild, or a casual raiding guild, or a community guild, but it's entirely up to you. But I think it's a really good idea to try and find one now, where people are looking for raiding spots and looking for people to fill in roles in their guild. So I think it's a really good idea. Find friends as well. You know, try and get some of your friends that haven't played for a while to come back. Tell them that the pre-patch is coming out, or if not, you know, you can try and make some new friends in World of Warcraft. There's quite a few people that play PvE and PvP, so plenty of people you can talk to, and you know, they can offer you a lot of help when coming to the next expansion and things like that. So it's a really good idea to find a guild that you can get yourself settled into comfortably, and you know, make sure you go into the next expansion with a few friends to help you out. So yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Right, number 9 is going to be doing the old raids. This is just another thing to keep you occupied. And also you can do mount achievements, you can do the raid achievements, you can get titles and things like that, just to keep you occupied until Legion. You know, it brings back a lot of nostalgia when you do some of these old raids. You can have some fun and do them with your friends. Or what you can do is, which what I've been doing with my Twink Guild is, we've been going through Sunwell on our level 70s. We get like a group of level 70s and we like do a coordinated raid through Sunwell, and it's really fun. So you can go through like level 80 raid, level 70 raid with your friends if you like to do something like that. But it's just something to pass the time. You know, you can get transmog, you can get mounts and stuff like that. It all adds up. You know, ready for Legion. But yeah, I suggest it's just a good idea. You get a little bit of gold as well, so I think it's, you know, a decent idea just to do the old raids while you're not doing anything else. Right, finally, the last thing I suggest you do is to catch up on the story and the lore. Now, in my opinion, I think the game is so much better when you actually know what the story is. So you actually know what your character's going through, you know what the other characters are doing in the story. So it's, you know, it's more than just the game. The story is actually really good. Like, you can either read through the lore yourself on websites like Wowhead. There's plenty of lore there. Or you can go on videos on YouTube which also cover a lot of lore, which I prefer to do. And it's actually really interesting. And once you know what the characters do and their backstory and things like that, it makes the game so much more interesting. And you know, it might as well do it while you have nothing else to do. So I've caught up with quite a lot of the lore. So yeah, this guy Noble, he's a YouTuber and he does loads of lore videos. He's really good. I suggest you watch his videos. He's really good. Goes over the lore really well. He tells the story really well as well. So I suggest checking his channel out. So yeah, that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful. If you did, please leave a like. I've resubbed to World of Warcraft, so there's going to be a lot more World of Warcraft content on this channel. So if you don't want to miss it, make sure you're subscribed. And I hope you're all prepared for Legion. So with that, I'll see you next time, guys.